Welcome back to For Geeks by Geeks, the place where geeks come to geek out. It's Monday, guys. We're doing a Geek Out Sesh with all of you. So join in, have fun, use command pickme, and join the queue. And in the meantime, T and I will have a channel meeting that has been much needed for probably months.
I have so many things I need to reference right now, but let's do our proper introduction.
I'm Bozer.
I'm T.
And how you living right now, T?
I'm fucking recovering. I don't consider wisdom teeth removal being surgery, but everybody keeps telling me I'm recovering from surgery, which I feel like is an over exemplification of like, yes, you got like bone ripped out of your head, which does suck and it's not fucking great. I don't see wisdom teeth removal being surgery.
I mean, surgery isn't just bones. It's any time that you go under any sort of knife.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know.
Surgery.
Surgery, just telling people like, oh yeah, I had surgery seems like I'm trying to like upsell the fact that I just had teeth removed.
I mean, I think it comes with the heart behind it. Like if you say, oh, I just got out of surgery, then yeah, you might be.
I see. I don't know if there's a way to say I just got out of surgery without it sounding that way.
My command did not work.
But while you're trying to figure out that, first thing, I think the funniest thing in the world is, and unless we have something that really pops up, our most popular YouTube video will be you incorrectly telling people how to play Sorcerer.
Yep. How many views does that one have?
9.5.
Oh my God.
Almost 10,000 people. But on a plus note, like I told you that one time, and this was, I don't remember, this is last year or the year before, is you want to tell incorrect information in videos because it gets people to comment to correct your errors, which is engagement. And that video is a prime example of people being like, hey, great content, but you're wrong here, which I think is okay for situations like this. For anybody to come through and try to explain a board game to people and get everything right, because this is arguably, it wasn't like a complete one-shot recording, right? It's a bit cut together.
No, it probably took me like 4 hours to even shoot it.
Which makes it even more impressive that you had that few errors.
Yeah, I think I did pretty okay. But the reason we even shot that in the first place, which will lead me to something else I want to reference, which is funny, is because we used to have a partnership with Secret Door Games, which was here in town in Elkhart. And part of this, like they sponsored us. They gave us actual dollars, which is to this date our only sponsor we've ever had. But it was great because they would kind of like talk us up at their store. We gave their stickers and stuff. But then we would do like a game review once a month.
Right.
Or a playthrough. And we went to go play that game. And of course, just like all the other games we reviewed, I quickly looked up on YouTube like how to play. And it didn't exist.
I own it. I don't remember what year I got it for Christmas, but I got it. I was like, I need to figure out how to play this game. And I uncoincidentally, I was like, how do you play Sorcerer? And our video popped up. I was like, hold the fuck on.
Is it the only one?
It's up there. It's not a very popular game, like which is referenced in the comments on that video. I'm sure there's other people with videos now, but no. That's the thing with Kickstarter games is a lot of games will gain traction while there's promotion going on with it. But board games really have, I think with my research, like a 2 to 3 year cycle if you don't become a household name like Monopoly and Clue and games of that nature. So when you have these people making these incredible board games, you're going to create a niche fandom and you're going to have a small community of people that back you and support you. But the likelihood that your game is renowned outside of people that aren't aware of you existing, if you're not actively promoting, is so slim to. Because think about how often do you go to a game store and you look at all those board games? How many of you can you look at and be like, oh yeah, I know that game, outside of things that are active promotion or a large enough IP that it's gathered that level of notoriety. And Kickstarter,
Yeah, like
it's not going to be a platform where you're getting that level of recognition.
and new games are coming out all the time.
Exactly.
And it's so hard to even keep up.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, hi DSB.
Hello,
hi
friends.
John. Hi Brett. Hi Baff. Baff says that you are 2 teeth less wise.
That is very, very accurate. Not that I've ever claimed to be wise to begin with, but follow-up question though. You were 29 when 4 Geeks by Geeks started recording videos, right? Not conceptually.
That was the end of,
because videos was 5 years and you're 34, right? So yeah, 29-ish. You look like you aged maybe 2 years over 4 Geeks by Geeks life. If you look at Eugene then versus now, it's 2 different people.
He looks like a baby then.
I'm really
just hadn't aged at all since.
After 5 years, I hit my glow up because I think I'm glowing down at this moment in time.
No, you're not.
This is a mess.
I just want to show what T's talking about.
Yes. Yes. Our most popular
that was our... This is it. After all the work that we do.
See, the thing is that we could go back through and reshoot this video and actually break it up, add timestamps for ruling for things for people to go like, oh, I need to just clarification on this rule set. We could reshoot this video and probably game those same numbers for the few people that still want to play this game and just do better now.
But the thing is, those videos are so annoying to make.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. I'm not saying that's who we should be as a channel. Yeah, because we have, 3 total how to plays?
I think there's a little more than that. There's also, we tried it differently where we would just go live and we talk through the rules and then do a playthrough. That was a little easier because we didn't have to package it, edit it. And that's one reason why we kind of let the sponsorship die off with Secret Door Games, because as great of a niche it is, clearly, it was not the niche that we wanted to spend all our time in, and especially making those videos. But y'all, I just got recognized the other day out in public by a rando, and he's like, "Wait, aren't you on YouTube?" And I was like, "Yes," but he's like, "Yeah, I found you through what's that game store down there?" It's like Secret Door Games. So that's how people are finding us. That in City of Mist, apparently.
Yeah, so our top 4 videos, top 5, if we're going to give love to everybody. Our second video is Welcome to the Mist, is our session 0 for City of Mist. It's got 7.3.
That's huge. Can we just take a second to appreciate that?
I still hate that campaign.
I liked the campaign a lot.
I thought it just fizzled out so much.
Yeah,
I ruined the end of that campaign.
But it was still I don't know. It encapsulated the end, and it left something for the future, which could be literally Cloudscape, like this.
Arguably. And the next campaign I'm writing definitely is playing off of some of that. But
oh, is it really?
Yeah, mildly. It's gonna. So, and this is even if this campaign gets picked up and decides to be played. I really want to play into what I intentionally wanted City of Mist to being is a little bit of everything. And as I'm watching through One Piece right now, and I'm going through the Thriller Bark arc, which is it's a horror arc. It's Steel Shadows makes the zombies, combine them together, and you get the power of Frankenstein zombies mixed with the energy of somebody's shadow, making these monstrosities and whatnot. But as you think, oh, pirate anime, you don't go to horror Halloween zombie town. And so as I'm writing this next campaign, I'm really playing into the idea of the Kingdom Hearts, where you don't know what the worlds you're going to come in are really going to kind of broaden into anything can happen.
So cool.
Because it's going to be playing in some more universes and things in such a broader scope that you have the option to kind of make that nonsense not be wild, is the idea. I have ideas for that, but again, that's really depending if we get better, because the other 2 I still want to play And because we've talked about this one a little bit, we have Avatar: The Last Airbender that I think Austin's going to run a mini series once we finish this campaign. And then I think by the time we get to the end of the year, which I think we'll still be recording Cloudscape, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Its new TTRPG is coming out, and I backed that one fucking expeditiously. And we already got ideas for that one too. But anyways, back to my, I don't even know what my fucking original point was.
Like our top 5 videos.
Oh yeah. So the third video, which I still think is the funniest video we've ever done, and I don't know how it didn't get us canceled, was a plant, but it thinks it's hentai. Has 4.8K views. And
I loved making that video.
And this is where you tell me you can't do this constantly, because that's the niche I wish we existed in, was making that nonsense.
I love that nonsense.
I can't come up with ideas like that, but I still think that's still one of the funniest videos on the internet.
I want to make more stuff like that.
Well, you need to stop being busy so I can make an excuse so we can be productive together. But
that's the thing. It's like, as soon as I think I just have to get through this moment at work,
and then there's
it's the next moment. The next moment. And I love what I get to do, but geez.
Yeah.
I miss COVID.
That's a fucking statement. Calm down. But video 4 is D&D IRL taking out the trash at 4.4.
Also great video.
Great
that was our
video.
first D&D IRL.
And then the most famous individual we've had on the show, who has a movie coming out, Jack Townsend's got 3.1.
And a cult following.
And a fucking cult following.
I mean, the Fang Fam ain't no joke.
They'll randomly pop up on T streams, or they'll really pop up randomly in our DMs. And I'm just like, I recognize you're only here promoting Jack, which, you know what, if that's the case, fine. I'll take the fucking viewer.
We need a cult following for that.
We need a cult following. We're doing something where we really need to sit down and talk with Jack. I'm like, all right, what movie can we make? And I think that's really just the idea of how fucking Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was written, is just two dumbasses like us. Like, how do we not fucking live in corporate America and make our
I envision the movie that we'll make will be a lot more in the style of Burn After Reading or Burn After Watching.
Gotcha.
Like the skit crew on SNL.
Yep.
Like, have you ever seen their movie?
Yep.
They're basically like a camping adventure, and they go on like a treasure hunt. And I'm like, yep, this reads like 4 Geeks by Geeks.
Yeah. There's so many things I want to do, but you being a fucking full-on businessman, me having a full-ass family, that's not just something that we can fucking just casually, like, all right, we're going to abandon everything, take money we don't have to shoot something we aren't going to edit.
Oh, we need
fucking anything from C2E2 this year.
It's on my list. List.
I'm not talking shit because I haven't done it either. This is not me. Hey, you're fucking dropping the ball. I haven't done it either. I am equally at fault here. Yeah, now it's one of those things. Like, do we bother to do it? Like, we are so fucking behind on it.
Yes, it's still, and that's the thing that I keep telling myself, that it's not like time restrictive content. Like, that stuff's good at all times.
But this year's still didn't go as well as I wanted. But I do need to remind you now, for April next year, I am turning 30 at C2E2. If you fuck up my weekend by leaving early, you and I will throw hands.
Is it in April, though?
It is April. It's April 11th through 13th.
That
doesn't matter. Figure it out.
That's in between shows. That's ideal time. It's not like,
because they announced it early as fuck this year, because I think they announced it in like May for next year's dates. But yeah, 11th through the 13th is C2E2 2025.
Okay,
I turned 30 on that Sunday.
Well, then we're going all out.
Exactly my point, which is why I'm telling you now. It is July. You have 9 months to set aside that you are not working that time period.
No, that's not the issue. Like, at this point, I ask off, and as long as it's just if we have an event.
No, I know this year was outside of your control. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah, it's always outside my control. if we don't have an event, I can basically take off
Right.
whenever, which is really nice, but it's just very
But
restricted.
we also then have to figure out how are we going to get a hotel room big enough to accommodate a 30th birthday party? Like we need Eston's
Get Daddy Eston.
room. Yeah, we need this year's room again to accommodate.
We're just gonna sleep on his sweet couch. That's and then we'll chip in. By the way, thank you those using the qotd. What is your most wholesome trait? DSB's most wholesome trait is it his mind as sharp as a one of those things.
That's a good one, actually. That's good.
John's wholesome trait is also a beige flag. I enjoy making things for others, but also start too many projects to finish most of them.
All right, you don't need to fucking at me like that, John. Calm the fuck down.
No, I love your little. I don't want to say your little drawings because that sounds like oh, your cute little drawings.
I mean, that's all
kinda
it is.
funny. But I love your drawings because they always come with a description on. I drew this for someone, and that's just really sweet because I don't have that mindset on doing. Like, I'm not a gifter person. I'm
Oh
really
shit,
bad at
Farrell's
it.
does live in Chicago. That could solve all of our problems.
How far was it?
Oh, I don't.
From
You're asking Britt, not me. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I'm
I
asking
assume you don't know. I did request Sky to throw me a LAN party though, and I think she got really lucky to not have to try to fucking figure that out because that would be absolute madness to try to figure out for a 30th birthday party.
How does that even work at this point?
That's what I'm saying.
you get a bunch
I let her know 2 fucking years ago. I was like, hey, for my 30th, I want a LAN party. She's like, how am I going to do that? Where are we going to do it? I'm like, I don't know. It's my birthday. That's your responsibility to figure out. So when they go in C2E2, she got really fucking lucky. And I say we got really lucky because throwing that party would be really fucking expensive.
Why would that be expensive? If people
Because
still
you
have
gotta
old
come up-
consoles?
Yeah, but that's the thing is, do you have people with the consoles? Do you have enough games? Do you have enough controllers? Do you have enough TVs? There's wiring, space. There's a plethora of things required to allow for an adequate LAN party.
It'd almost just be cheaper to rent one of those like gaming trailers.
Oh, what?
Like they roll up to your party or event or your house and they've got all the systems and everything already in it. And then you and your friends just play.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty
I don't
dope.
think it's a big thing. I know there's one around here. So I don't know what its rates are. It'd probably be by the hour. So
Right.
you wouldn't go late into the night playing Halo and James Bond like you'd like to, but
Yeah, I don't know. Not that my 30th birthday is important by any means, but yeah.
it is important. 30.
It's really not. We don't need to go into my existential crisis that I have not left out of, which I also, I've talked about this mildly, but the fact that you put to terms what feeling like an NPC is, when you're like, but that's just an existential crisis. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, in our private text. You
I've
shared.
been very, very open about how I've been feeling about this. But yeah, when you mentioned that was an existential crisis, I was like, oh, that makes so much fucking sense.
You're just getting older and wondering, have I made anything of my life?
No, I haven't.
That's incorrect. You made 2 babies.
Has it though? I
You
have
made a
made one. I've
thriving-
nurtured 2.
Okay. Well, you've helped create a absolutely thriving community on the internet. Look at us.
Thriving. That's a
Thriving.
word. I don't know if it's a word I'd use for us.
I go so back and forth, and we can use this as a business meeting. By the way, if you want to be our guest, you can just listen to us talk, or we can talk to you live. Use command pickme and join the queue. The same thing happened last time we did this. We did this one other time. Nobody did it until one person did, and then you just need someone to start it.
Every time. Hey, we're small, but listen, I'm not disrespecting what we have built. I am simply pointing out, I ain't got shit to talk about. I ain't got shit to create. I don't know what the fuck I'm bringing to the table personally. I don't edit. I forget everything.
No, you don't. I forget everything. I feel like I forget everything. You, to me, okay, let me just gush about you for a minute. Because you are my like pillar of strength. Like, I know that no matter what we want to try to do, you are there for it. And oftentimes you are the one coming to the table with ideas of things to do.
Well, that's the thing. When's the last time I brought to you an idea?
Well, we haven't done the 40 others you came to me before with.
Ask me what they are. I don't fucking remember.
I don't remember either, but I know that you're going to make it happen.
I just don't like making content by myself. It's so fucking boring.
I know. Just move back home.
All right. Listen, you've got a 4'11" brown bitch that you're going to have to fucking settle that one with. So,
Sky, this place is cool, right? You said,
Oh, I got so much tea to fill you in off air. Remind me, life tea, and then we'll talk about that later.
You said you're an open book. You don't just want to do it live.
Legally, no, I don't.
No, but like I think you bring everything that you bring to the table is like all that I ask for. That's all I need. I don't share these feelings that you have that, oh wow, tea is just taking up space and a waste of space. That's not how I feel.
But again, I got to reiterate, I'm not asking for a pity party here. I'm not asking for like, ooh, gas me up. I haven't really streamed on Wednesdays because I don't have a fucking thing to stream about. This guy's like, what are you going to stream? I was like, I don't fucking know, bro. I don't have shit to talk about. I don't have shit to do. Like, I don't have anything that makes people like, ooh, let's go see what T's doing. Because at the end of the day, T ends up sitting here. I'll blabber for about 15 minutes, realize that's everything I have to talk about, and then just stare at my camera, hoping there's somebody in chat to carry a conversation.
But then you're playing games and you just talk about whatever's happening.
Yeah, but the games nobody cares about, which I don't blame them, because watching gaming streamers also isn't a very fun thing. So I don't know why. When I stream games, I don't get upset people don't show up, because I also don't. I'm gonna be honest, I don't spend time on Twitch at all anymore.
Except right now. Yeah,
streaming has died. That's a whole other conversation.
Let's talk about it, because it's very interesting. It's like it's just become, just like all corners of the internet, some other like increasingly toxic place to be.
But that's the thing, like, I don't know what that thing is currently, but streaming died.
Well, when Twitch was assholes to like their main streamers and they left.
True. And that's so outside of like the toxic people that should have lost their platform, like Dr. Disrespect, 100% makes sense that they're no longer viable streamers. But now we're watching people that we know personally that were successful streamers are like, yeah, I'm good on this. I'm out. And I think it's just a wild thing to watch people that were living their entire lives just streaming a few hours of the day, making their online persona something that pays their bills, for them to be like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm going to go back to corporate America.
And because these kids like grow up and watch streamers and think, oh, what a cool job. But it is like so taxing.
Yeah, the hype is gone, which I think is probably for the best.
I don't know. I think there's going to be some uprising of some new way of, honestly, it already has. It's all these like streamers and YouTubers are now starting their own streaming services. Like
I fucking hate it. Oh my
that's what we
God,
need. One more streaming
hate all of these subscription services. Who was it? The Try Guys? Was it? No, it's not. That's not the ones I'm thinking though. Who was the big YouTube?
College Humor. They're doing Dropout.
Dropout
TV.
is successful because one Dropout's $4.99 and they have a plethora of content. But who's the other? Who's the streaming group? He's got the Asian guy that does like the food, like cheap, medium, super expensive. Steven something.
I just heard about them.
Do you know who I'm talking about though?
I think so. And didn't they just back out on?
And maybe they did. I don't know. But I think they were just the prime example of a lot of people. If you ask them to click a link, most people don't click a link. You're not going to get somebody to be on an app and say, hey, click this link to go somewhere else, especially something the moment you have to sign up, the moment you have to give information, you're limiting so much shit. It's one of those things to watch people go from successful YouTube careers for years, like, yeah, I'm going to leave and you're going to pay me to watch any of my content. Like if you want to have a Patreon that's in addition to the already free content you're putting out, that makes sense because that's something you're taking your large community. Like, hey, I like this content so much, I'm going to pay you the $5 or $10 extra to get just additional more of you. But for the people to go, hey, I like you so much, I'm going to leave one of the biggest platforms that the internet has ever created and go to specifically pay you $15 a month to watch specifically your content is, I think, the most irrational idea that some of these people have come across. No, it doesn't. Companies like Dropout work because they're a large production company that are doing more than just their one thing that they're known for. Dropout, just like Critical Role even Critical Role, I think, is a niche one because Critical Role is Critical Role as compared to Dropout TV, who's got game shows, who's got talk shows, who's got podcasts, who's got TTRPGs. Dropout TV is its own production company, which Critical Role obviously is their own production company. But Critical Role is still one of those things, like they're able to do what they do because they still have everything on YouTube. Right. The moment you go, hey, we're pulling from YouTube, and if you want to continue supporting us and watching our content, here's a $15 paywall. Your 1 million people watching you, you're going to get maybe 100,000.
You're always going to get a very small fraction, just like anybody.
Very small, exactly.
To subscribe to Twitch, even like you can watch for free. If we put a paywall, only subscribers can watch. Nobody would come. All of our subscribers
don't do ads like we're supposed to.
Why? It's just supposed to be a good time to hang out. But we have our first mini Geek Out Sesh guest, T. Did you see?
No, I didn't see. I don't have any of that up. So.
Oh, it doesn't show you?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, because you're not signed in as admin.
I'm not the adult here. You are.
But we do have our first guest, and it's not his first time as I think he was here for our last mini Geek Out Sesh.
Hey.
And one of our longest time viewers, one of our closest friends of the channel. Please, let's welcome in John Art Geek. There he is.
What's up, buddy?
Let's put you over here.
I'm alive.
I was starting to get worried about you. I'm not going to lie.
Well, it's been a lot. Shortest possible version. My dad had a surgery about a month and a half ago to completely redo a failed back fusion surgery he'd had a couple years ago. So,
oh Jesus!
Yeah, we found out about
that surgery.
About a year and a half ago, we found out he has severe osteoporosis, and then at a follow-up appointment, it's your back and nerve issues are because the whole thing collapsed in on itself. So. Yeah.
Somebody didn't do their job correctly.
Maybe that's what
blame his genetics.
Oof. Fucking genetics.
Yeah, he's won the lottery, I might say. Well, won.
Better start planning ahead then, John.
Yeah, I'm hoping I lean more towards my mother's side rather than my dad's, but...
Yeah. Let's sure hope we need great insurance.
So far, I have great insurance where I work.
There you go.
That's nice to take care of you like that. I've heard good things about them. But tell us,
they're amazing.
John, what are you geeking out about lately? Tell us. Let's gush about you and the things you geek out over.
Well, I have not done as much art lately, but I did pick up some more markers as part of Prime Day. Yes, I know I'm contributing to the hellscape, but hey, art supplies.
Get these.
I can mitigate it by using them. What was that? Sorry. Get
these normally $80 markers upsold for $200 today on Prime Day.
Back down to $80.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much. But it's a 216 marker set, so
there you go.
What kind of markers are these?
It is alcohol-based ink, so you either... I'm going to go into art nerd mode here.
Please do.
Generally, you either have a water-based ink where, again, it's based on water, or you have an alcohol-based ink where it's based in like a rubbing alcohol or ethyl alcohol or something like that. And the upside to an alcohol marker, sorry, realized it was not in mirrored mode, so my hand's moving and it's going opposite directions. But an alcohol-based ink dries quicker, so you're not going to like bleed through your paper as easily or chew it up while you're trying to layer.
Oh.
And then also you can build up more layers quickly rather than like, and now I need to wait for it to dry. And wait.
My
And
issue
wait.
with painting.
And wait. So,
Because I've always been so
honestly,
enthralled by
T-
the artists that use markers, because the things I watch them do in the little videos, like on the reels, I'm like, what kind of markers are those? My markers don't do that. So is it the alcohol based?
most likely one of the best known brands years ago was Copic, but some of the other smaller ones like Ohuhu have like overtaken it because it's not like $8 a marker. It's more closer to $1 a marker, which, you know, a lot easier on the wallet that way.
Oh yeah,
It feels
And,
like any marker should be no more than $1.
agreed.
It's a marker. They're not going to last that long. It's not like a gallon.
One would think for a lot of them, like the Copics, the benefit of them and part of why they were more expensive is you could replace the nibs, you could refill the ink. So once you bought it, you had it. I know Who has actually started doing where they've added refills to it, so Copic is starting to lag a little bit more behind. It's mostly just the name brand recognition.
Mhm.
So, but where was I? Train of thought is dying. My apologies.
You bought new markers.
Can you tell I've been up since 5 this morning?
Oh my
Ooh, hard
god.
pass.
Did you have to open?
Yes, I did. So, but
That's no
it is what it is.
I had to once open when I worked at Starbucks several mornings, and I nearly lost my job because I kept being late, because that's so
Oh.
fucking hard to get up that early.
I'm not an early bird, but I've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
And one of the positives is when I'm in at that hour, it's normally just my boss and I or a couple other people, and I don't have to answer 25,000 questions of, can you fix this? Hey, can you help me with this? Hey, what about this? It's, okay. I go in, I get stuff ready for the day, I deal with the lunch rush and then the 25,000 questions, and then I'm good after that.
And then you
Gotta
go
find your wins where you can.
Exactly. But,
So are you working on anything now with your new markers?
Well, I had done a couple of drawings a couple of weeks back where it was Disney princesses, but redrawn in the Regency clothing style, so like the high-waisted dresses and all that you see in like Bridgerton,
saw
Pride and
those in
Prejudice. So
Discord.
That's fun.
They're awesome.
so yeah. Thank you. So I may end up using the new markers to ink them. I'm just a little concerned about, but I don't want to ruin it if I make a mistake, even though I wouldn't actually, be ruining it. So
No, that's anytime I drew something growing up, I don't do it so much now, but I was always terrified to color it because I didn't want to ruin it, especially with markers.
yes. Oh, I mean, that is the benefit of, say, acrylic paint, because you make a mistake, you can just paint over and start over. But
Mm-hmm.
it's, again, the waiting for it to dry, and there's more chance for paint to get everywhere,
Fuck
as opposed to
patience.
marker where it's like, oh, it's just my hands. Great, I'm fine, versus, and I knocked over that, and I know how to clean that up.
See, when I'm in the warehouse painting like a set, I can use a heat gun, and it's great. Can you do
Fair
that with
point.
like minis or with your paper art?
I technically could for acrylic paint in the house. It's just I'm more worried about catching something on fire in the house, so,
Just act fast. It's fine.
Sometimes I'll give a volunteer the heat gun, and I always say, "This is not a hair dryer. It looks like one. Don't point it at your face."
Yes,
They don't get
yes.
that hot. Like it gets hot. If you
It's hot enough to fuck up a few weeks.
I mean,
Don't
I've
point it at anything flammable.
I only tell them not to point it at their face, but I've pointed at my face plenty. And it's like a nice warm wind in the winter, especially. As long as you don't let it sit there for more than a minute.
This is true. This is absolutely true.
Do you have any
Now
art
we
you
know
can
why
show
Boshi
us?
doesn't have eyebrows.
Is that
I
why?
do not-
Is that what happened?
I do not currently have my sketchbook with me. I am currently doing this in the garage because gremlins are
Gremlin.
being interesting. So
let's just do some art on the cars right there. Just grab whatever you have nearby, show off, and add some freelance, just like free art on the car. Maybe with a key. You can scratch something in. Yeah. These are jokes, John. Do not vandalize your car.
I've had gremlins almost try to key my car, so it would be an improvement.
Like you said, you can't mess it up. You just turn it into something else.
Yeah, happy little
Exactly.
accidents.
Exactly. But cosplay front, I might, if life goes to plan, try going to Fan Expo Chicago for an afternoon in August. We shall see.
There you go.
What is he wearing?
It's either going to be between Charlie Brown, Flynn Rider, or Milo Thatch. One of those three. Because those are the ones that I am not going to die in the heat in.
Very, very important things to think about.
Is Fan Expo outside?
It is indoors, but I still know from experience if I do something with a ton of layers, even in winter, it can get to be a bit much. Because when I first wore the Harry Poppins cosplay to a convention, I kept having to take the jacket off like every couple hours because it's like, I am going to roast, I am sweating, what was I thinking?
I limited NPC this year considerably for that exact same reason. And that's the thinnest cloth available for a cosplay.
Mm-hmm. I learned the hard way when I did Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, no.
I could barely see, I couldn't hear. I've got this basically kink mask on my head because it's the only like leather face mask I could find.
Oh no! Sweat.
Yeah, I was sweaty as hell.
That sounds miserable. That is a hard pass.
But I looked cool, so it was.
I can imagine.
But I saw what's his name? Captain Jack Harkness. What's the actor's name?
Oh, John Barrowman.
There it is. He was there. There was a bunch of Whovians there that year, and he was walking on the way to like the celebrity table for signings, and I'm in this Spider-Man Noir, and I pass him, and all I want to do is like scream out, "Oh my God, John! Hi, hello! I love your work. Thank you for all you do." But all you could. And then I'm like gesturing like PK and Moose, and they're like, "What? What?" I was like, "Fuck! I hate this costume."
Oh.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that was a loss.
Pretty much.
For sure. For sure.
Well, John, is there anything else that you want the people to know where they can follow you? What they can look forward to in the future?
Well, I have Instagram. I don't post much there lately because, life, but I am there at John M. Peterson. Otherwise, I do have TikTok. I have like 200 drafts that I forget to post.
Holy shit.
200 drafts?
Yeah. And that's only from August to this year because when I got my new phone last year, I had to start completely over because TikTok doesn't save your drafts from device to device. So,
fucking TikTok.
It doesn't? Isn't it just save onto the account? That's dumb.
It is localized to your device. So, word of warning for any of you out there. Save your drafts elsewhere.
That's why I don't make them. I don't do like the reels and TikToks on Instagram or on TikTok. Because one, I'm not good at editing on a phone, like with my finger. I need a laptop.
Fuck
but
Instagram.
I am grateful that it's.
I hate that shit so goddamn much.
The algorithm for reels is mysterious.
Yeah, aren't they all?
But as far as TikTok, generally I'll post art, cosplay, sometimes crochet there. It's a mix of everything. Occasionally singing too, if I feel like it. But that would be my same username as on Twitch, so JohnMP_ArtGeek.
Okay, there it is. I was looking for it. John MP Art Geek. I'm dropping your links in the. There it is.
You don't
'Cause
have
if you look
to,
at
but
John
much
M.
appreciated.
Peterson, it's some old man with no posts on TikTok.
Yeah, no. For that one, I ended up back when Twitter was less of a cesspit. I used rewind, fuller context. On Twitter, my username there was Art and Book Geek, because I used to be more of a bookworm and art and geek, so self-explanatory. Then when I joined TikTok, it's okay, I need to adapt that somehow. Okay, John and Art Geek, close enough. Same general idea, they can get the picture. And then when you guys started streaming, it's okay, oh great, I can use that exact same username to join Twitch. Yeah.
There you go.
I don't need to recreate one.
You joined
Exactly.
Twitch just for us?
Yes.
Aww. What a disappointment for you.
No more than the rest of my life. You guys are fine.
Hey, we hit par on John's life too.
Hey, I'll take it.
Woo!
To that. Well, thanks for being our
Again,
first mini Geek Out Sesh Geek.
Happy to be here.
Use command pickme because we need more in the queue.
Yes. I cannot carry the whole night, guys. Please.
Well, we appreciate you, buddy.
I appreciate you guys too.
Honestly, all the love and support you've given us over years and years, like since we've started 5 years ago. You've always been there,
It's been
Elmo.
that long.
Yeah, and it really means a lot. Like just knowing that no matter what kind of bullshit we put out there, that you're going to be there for it. Like so many others, it warms my soul.
I don't have a soul. Mine can't be warmed.
And I think he froze, which we're gonna. Oh, he's gone and back.
Wait.
John, look, you incepted
becoming
Nowhere, nowhere,
invisible.
all at once.
I
I'm
can't-
trapped in the void.
Oh, there he is. It wouldn't
I'm
even let me keep your other
free.
one. You got frozen in carbonite there for a moment.
That was pretty
Dang
funny.
it, Boba.
Well, we said some really nice things about you, but you missed them. So, and I'm not
I
repeating
heard, but all of a sudden it's like, wait, where did everything go? You guys disappeared too. What the heck?
internet.
Good old
What can you do?
internet.
But short
We'll
version,
keep geeking out in the chat.
when
Go ahead.
Lindsay was on years ago for you guys, I had met her through a cosplay mutual friend of mine, and when she
Oh,
posted,
okay.
"Hey, I'm going to be on 4 Geeks by Geeks," it's okay. Look it up, and it's okay. These guys are my vibe. I will stick around.
Yeah, that was when she came here live in the basement. She drove in from Chicago and came to a stranger's house and trusted to walk to their basement. And she wasn't murdered.
Woo! No true crime podcast today.
Fucking decisions were made.
Were. And it was shortly after then, we were like, is this a weird format for guests that we don't personally know? I think so. We're not big enough to have the trust.
Nor should we.
Yeah, give it another couple years, and you can bring it back again.
Okay, well, I'll shoot you my address. You let me know when you're in town, and we'll do a live Geek Out session here in the basement. I've rearranged some things back to the old studio. Made
If
it
I can
happen,
ever
Captain.
make it out to Indiana, I will take you up on it.
Okay, holding you to it.
No take backs.
Well, keep geeking out with us in the chat, okay?
Will do.
We'll talk soon. Love you to death.
Love you, buddy.
Love you guys.
And see, look how easy that was, people. John can do it, so can you.
Yeah, what he said.
There was something I was going to say, and now it's gone. Oh, but the fact that, like, yes, our channel is still relatively small, but getting bigger all the time.
Which doesn't make sense because we haven't done shit this year.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about YouTube. Our YouTube channel's getting bigger. Our other areas maybe not so much.
Like I said, pivot to YouTube fucking 6 months ago. I continue to follow the trends enough to maintain what the fuck is going on.
But we've been on YouTube this whole time. Do you mean like take
Primarily
everything over to YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, at this point it is, because right now we're live on YouTube. And
that's true.
We have
I forgot about that one.
Normally we'd package these up and put them on YouTube, and then our ongoing TTRPG campaign. But you mentioned a previous campaign, or the next campaign you're writing. What system would you want to use for that?
That one I haven't figured out. It's gonna have to be something agnostic. Which I still need to. What friend did we have on that made that agnostic system?
Saga.
Saga, yes. I need to send that to you because that has been released.
Yeah, I would love to give that a try.
But yeah, with the nonsense that I have semi-planned, it's going to have to be something as loosey-goosey as possible.
But it sounded like Saga fit the holes that we're finding in Fate Core. Like the things we're not thrilled about Fate Core, Saga seemed to fill in those gaps.
Yeah.
But last night I was actually just talking to a guy. He asked me how I felt about D&D 5 Plus.
Is that what they're fucking renaming fucking D&D 1 or whatever fucking bullshit?
I don't know. I haven't heard of it, honestly. I figured you had.
Let's see. D&D 5 Plus.
But while you explore that for a sec, he talked about he's using Fate Core right now, but he's hybriding it with using 5e combat. Because that's one of the biggest things that's lacking in Fate Core is the combat scenario.
50 months. Thank you, Alec. You're a mad lad. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. Nothing is coming up under 5 Plus, so I have no idea.
Maybe he's like really tuned into the underground.
Fucking D&D. Maybe, because I got nothing on that one. See, honestly, I don't think I like D&D's combat.
No?
I like it in the sense, so when it comes to video games, I'm a massive fan of turn-based RPGs. I really love turn-based strategy games. I love grid formats. I love moving my units and having a tit for tat. When it comes to anything real life, 5e's combat allows people too much time to not be involved in the game and check out.
I mean, if you're bad at it.
No, I mean, think about it, though. When was the last time you had a combat session that doesn't take an hour plus? Because even if you know what's going on, you still have a minimum of 5 people interacting with the scenario, waiting for one person to stop so the next person can start, for the next person to stop, for the next person to start. There's no fluidness to it. I'm reading Mistborn right now by Brandon Sanderson, and I was thinking that when it comes to combat for this next campaign, I want to make it as anime as possible in the sense of I want it to be like a group of writers in a boardroom pitching out the fight. So I don't want there to be health. I don't want there to be a turn economy in the sense of you can only do X, Y, Z. And I don't want there to be like spell slots or anything. I want there to be an interaction of developing a very entertaining and cool interaction fight scene. So, for example, because if you think about it a lot of times, especially with D&D and 5e, a lot of times if you don't overpower a single combatant or have a decent enough turn economy. So if you have like a 1v4, those 4 players are probably going to take out that one because the turn economy, there's too much going on without a tit for tat to play. But if you look at something where you watch like an anime fight scene, watching an anime fight scene, you can't make that match a system mechanic because there's too much fluidness. There's too much going on at the same time. I think it would be so much more enjoyable, especially for something that we're uploading to the internet, for people to be able to enjoy having everybody's brains work together for what a cool fight scene would be. So like for Kieran, for example, we'd have Kieran set up as being this Kingpin-esque character, right? So he's going to be a very strong boy. He's going to be very slow. He's going to be very sturdy. So just using this as an example, we have Kieran or Sirkin, who is a torture artist. We have Theo, who can manipulate magic into whatever way, shape, form he wants. We have Wayland, who's just an experienced fighter. And we have Kit, who's fucking Kit. I don't even know how to describe Kit.
Basically an artificer.
An artificer, right. And so
she hasn't fought a lot, but I'm excited to see when she does.
When we do, if it comes to a fight for something like that, Fate still has a very loose fight system, but it's going to be, in my opinion, much more enjoyable if we have a fluid plan that everybody discusses that happen simultaneously. And so we can watch these things like, oh, okay, we're going to have a 10-second action take place right now. What is everybody going to do? And then you can enact said scene in real time and then move on to the next segment of this is going to be the next interaction or the next fight or the aftermath of that play out. So that way you're not playing into, oh, he has this many hit points left. So people are tracking it as a game. They're interacting. So they're getting a satisfaction of being involved, doing the things they want to do, and seeing something not be a game, but actually be something role played that you can't really do when you have to crunch numbers.
Sure. Because, yeah, and usually in combat, that's where I lose my favorite part of role play. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious about how to balance from like a DM standpoint and how to offer them enough challenges that there are some consequences.
Right.
But
and there's
hold that thought. Hold that thought. We're going to talk about it because we've got a new guest.
Hey.
We'll come back to that after we welcome one of our also longtime friends of the channel.
Is it our Vegas baby?
He gives us troll comments. It's not our Vegas baby. It's our Chicago wrestling favorite,
hey.
DSP.
What's up, buddy?
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
So you won't get what?
So I won't get fined.
That's such a good fucking joke.
I'm missing. See, your jokes go above my head, not because they're bad, but because I'm dumb.
There was Marshawn Lynch a few years ago when he was playing for the Seattle Seahawks in the NFL. He does a post-game press conference because he has to do it. You know, he has to be there. Otherwise, he gets fined. So he's in the press conference thing. He's got shades on. He's got the hoodie up, and everything. He's just there. He's like, I'm just here so I won't get fined. And that was every question that he answered. Like everything he said, I'm just here so I won't get fined. He was probably there for like 5 minutes, just saying that to everybody. Like, oh, what do you think about your performance today? I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Oh, come on, dude. That should be like in the contract, not only that you're present, but that you say something productive.
But that's the thing. If you're in a shit mood and people are peppering you with questions, is that what you want to do in that moment?
Yeah, that, and like, I heard that he's not very, like, what's the right word? Like, social?
He's social in the sense like he's a very community driven individual, but he doesn't give a shit about the community interaction. Like, oh, what does a reporter have a question? Fuck you, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it depends on like, well, who his people are. Yeah. Like if he's in his element, obviously he's going to be like, oh, okay, hey, what's going on? You know, this and that. When he's like around reporters, especially after you work out, like you don't want to answer people after you work out, and you don't want to answer questions like after you.
I say tough. That's part of the job.
Like, getting beaten up and everything, and it's just like, oh, I don't feel like being here. Like I just want to go home. Like
of course, the social butterfly disagrees with that opinion.
Yeah, well, in marketing, and like if I was his manager, I'd be so pissed. You need some PR training.
I think he got more publicity from that situation than anything he could have answered about those game questions.
Well, yeah, it's a good point. all publicity is no such thing as bad publicity.
Exactly.
Unless you're getting canceled, which
Even then, you can turn around, maybe.
No,
Maybe.
not in today's age.
But who isn't getting canceled these days?
Us so far.
I don't know how. Only because we're small. If we got bigger, we'd be canceled already.
There's a few things I'm like, I'm really glad. Like, I've said some dumb shit, and I'm like, hopefully nobody ever does a deep dive far enough.
Yeah, if ever we get big, we're gonna have to go back
listen,
and out.
I ain't got an explanation for this, so I'm out.
that was like 4 weeks ago. That's not me today.
I've grown a lot. We'll just film his apology on a couch with a ukulele, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
All apologies need an instrument from now on. That's it. That's the only way I'll accept them.
Honestly, if you have a ukulele, I think I'm just gonna have to forgive you at that point.
I can do a harmonica, but no uke. DSB, how you doing, man?
I'm here, I guess.
Phil.
It's a weird time to be alive.
Sure is.
Yep.
It's only gonna get weirder.
Oh, we're just counting down the days until we blow it all up, or
That you and Sky would get along incredibly well. Anytime
honestly
we
looking
talk about
forward
anything
to-
going on in the world, she's like, the world's gonna blow up before it matters. And I'm like, you're not wrong at this point.
I'm looking forward to the. I want to skip ahead to when AI becomes like beyond sentience, where then we have to take up arms and fight it. I think that'd be a really exciting time.
Let me introduce you to the book series called Scythe. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
that's where I'm going to have a bucket of water to throw on the ropes so they short circuit. See,
They've never
Like,
tried
that's
that. How come they've never tried that in any movies or shows?
Hey, bud, I want you to grab your phone, whatever liquid you're drinking, just go ahead and drop your phone in there for a bit. You're good for about 30 minutes before you're going to have any complications to your technology.
or just drop it from like a reasonable height.
Not anymore. iPhone 15 fell out of that Boeing from 40,000 feet. It's fine.
Oh, shit. That means, Bozo, you haven't played Detroit Become Human, have you?
No, it's on my list.
It's a fucking incredible game. That's also the other reason on why you don't want AI. Skynet, definitely don't want that shit.
I don't want it, but it's happening. So let's just skip to where we're at war with
I
it.
really don't. I think if there is another like global war against the common threat, a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to be aliens. I don't think it is. I think it's going to be the robot uprising is what really unifies the people. Like, absolutely the fuck not.
I'm ready for it. I
I'm
think it'd be
not.
super fun.
I'll
I
just
want to
have
keep
a
a
bucket of
blaster
water.
on my hip.
Just ready for it.
You're just gonna have a couple spray bottles like in holsters.
Treat them like they're cats.
I like your Balor poster. Is that a callback to our?
Yeah, Finn Balor, and yeah, I think I had that up for this one. Keeps falling. This one keeps falling.
Yeah, because it's not
So
Balor.
eventually, I had to put some of this like this double-sided stuff on it because the mounting putty just kept falling every other week. I'd wake up and then
Have you
and
tried
it
blue
just
tack?
fall.
This shit's magic. It makes no fucking sense.
I
This shit's
gotta
a
look.
year old and it's still sticky. I can't figure out the science behind it.
I gotta look into something because I add that, and I gotta get a new like those covers for them because I just got a new art print at Combo Breaker, and I went to a comic book shop hoping they had some, but they didn't have anything, and I'm like, oh come on, man!
Nah, gotta feed into that Amazon beast.
This is how you know that you're almost 30T is we are geeking out over wall adhesives.
Telling you, blue tack, it fucking answers everything.
Or Home Improvement by Home Improvement.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. There's a bit there with how fucking unhandy you and I are would probably be combined. We're going to keep
There's
that
something
one in
We're
the
gonna
chamber.
rebrand the whole stream, and it's just gonna be Home Improvement.
Yeah, that'll be the next one.
We
This-
just
'cause this is obviously dying.
redo Home Improvement. You already look like Tim Allen. I look like what's his face.
Al?
Yeah, there's something there.
I'm here for it. Hey, I was super proud. I fixed my washing machine all by myself. Yeah.
That's a big risk.
Who am I? I watched a video, I ordered a part, I installed it, and it works. Of course,
And
now
it's
something else is leaking. So
$1,100.
I did. It was like a 30, 40 bucks.
That's why he's worried about Uprising, because the washing machine's going to rebel against him.
Was I supposed to add that cyberkinetic chip inside? That's what the YouTube video told me.
That's for the dryer.
Oh, okay. Got it.
See, y'all are so ready for these wars. The moment I lose AC and Wi-Fi, I'm out. I'm not surviving this shit outside of the comfort of my home. I'm good. Zombies, I'm not dealing with this shit.
I don't know why it excites. I think I could thrive. And there's no life skills that I've portrayed thus far to prove that I would. But in my mind, I think I would thrive. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
unfortunately,
camp.
I hate to agree with you there.
I can't start a fire, but I'd be here for it. So what are you geeking out about these days, DSB?
I'm looking forward to Fan Expo next month.
Are you going too?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'll see. I don't know if I'm going yet, but I'll see. It's on the fence, but like,
Treat yourself.
Is it whether John's able to go? If he's going, you're not.
what?
You just gotta wait for that Discord post. You're like, all right, John, are you going? Can I go? Fucking make up your mind, damn it.
I don't know yet. I'm saving up everything I can, so I'm probably going like one day, if anything. But it's just a matter of like budgeting it, which is just a mess in itself, and the planning and all that stuff. Which I heard there was some things last year that I'm like, I don't know if I want to look forward to that, because I think the normal way they set it up, or they used to set it up, where you could go into like the indoor lobby and you could just like kind of hang in there. And then last year they said the whole indoor, I guess like mostly indoor parts of like where the lobby is leading into the show floor, you needed a ticket to be there. I'm like, well, that's dumb. How the hell do I get in there?
Because they're capitalizing on anybody coming, and they're just trying to squeeze every dollar out of you.
Yeah,
that's what being a geek is about.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a whole thing.
That's no fun. There really should be an option to just go be able to see people without having to pay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, everything. It costs like $400 just to go outside nowadays. So
it drives me insane. I can't walk outside without spending $50. I'm like, why?
It's bad when my grandpa, who used to be so stuck on the fact that coffee costs $0.25 and gas cost like 50 cents, and I would try to explain inflation, and now he's like, but inflation, everything costs more now. And I was like, holy shit, we are in the end times.
When the boomers are like, this shit's fucked up. This shit's fucked up.
Well, no, I won't get into it. We won't get into it.
Is that what you want to use your time for?
We'll save it for Discord, bud. Don't worry.
Okay, I won't say it. It's not one of those streams. It's not a Hassan stream. It's not a...
No, right?
I do have a question for you that we're probably going to isolate Bozer out on. John Cena, do you think he goes out on a win, or do you think they continue him losing and putting people on?
He's got to have one more.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got to have
all four of these old putting people on. That's fantastic. It's great to pass. But Cena hasn't won in like 6 years. Give this man a win to go out on.
I feel like time. Well, that's the thing, though, too, because like he's one more championship away from breaking Ric Flair's record.
So Ric Flair.
I'm thinking maybe they do that where he maybe wins the Rumble, wins the title at Mania, and then I think he's got like 30 some odd dates that he confirmed or something.
Yeah, it's all the way through 2025.
Yeah, through next year. So it's like when he retires, that's when that last match is his championship match that he loses and gives up, like, which I'm still not ready for. Like, when I saw it, I'm just like, oh man, because he comes out with the towel thing, and it said my last time is now, and I'm like, oh, he's retiring.
Yeah, and the internet definitely made it sound like, oh yeah, he's done already. I'm like, bullshit. And he's like, oh yeah, we got runs all through 2025. I was like, that makes more sense. This man's just not leaving on a dime.
Yeah, the thing was, because the towel said it, so it's like, oh, is he retiring now? No, okay, so, and then I think during the promo he said, oh, the Royal Rumble, it's going to be my last. The Elimination Chamber is going to be my last, and it's going to be my last WrestleMania. So I guess everybody thought, okay, so Mania is the last day.
Yeah.
Then he said, oh, I'm booked through 2025, like the 30 dates so far that he has. So I don't know how long into that he's probably SummerSlam, I'm guessing.
Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be one of those things where it's truly obviously we've seen a lot of wrestlers retire. I don't think anybody as iconic as Cena has left it since the 90s.
Yeah. Okay, question about where does The Rock stand between John
Rock
Cena?
is at,
fuck The Rock, but anyways.
No, Rock is at 7 championships, so he's not even close. I don't think he's that close to, like, I don't even think he's broken double digits yet with world championships.
What's Cena at?
Cena's tied with 17, I think, with Flair, but I think technically Flair has more because back in the day they never really televised.
The Rock has 10.
Oh, 10? Okay, yeah. So I doubt they're going to give him like 8 more titles out of like nowhere or whatever it is. But
I will lose my fucking shit if they keep fucking sucking that guy off.
That was oh my gosh, there was the memes going around now about The Rock taking credit for like every little thing now, because I think the what was it, the documentary just dropped on the WrestleMania 40 thing, and he was saying, okay, well that's when, like, I think what was it, the January thing when he comes back, when Rock comes back, and then everybody's like all excited and everything, and then like the next month he says he's challenging for the title, or like Cody gives him the thing to say, okay, well, Rock, you take it or whatever. And then people start like kind of turning on him. And he's like, and then Rock says, oh, well, that's when I decided, maybe I should be heel now. And I'm like, no, we kind of decided that for you. Let's be honest. Because this wasn't your plan. This wasn't your plan at all.
And he's just gotten so used to the fact that the movie world has given him literally everything he's wanted. He thinks that the WWE revolves around him, like, oh, they're also going to be... My guy, you haven't been fucking prevalent in fucking 15 years in WWE. There's so many better wrestlers than you now.
Well, okay. I would have accepted Rock being in that thing had it not been Cody building the thing for a year, right?
Yep.
If Roman beat him, I would have accepted that.
Yeah. If
Roman beat Rock, I would have loved that, because that's like, okay, they're doing that to have Roman break Hogan's record of like.
And I also would have been okay. See, if then they did something, they take The Rock and have him take out Roman while he takes his time off. There's a story there, but for The Rock to be able to come, he's like, I'm going to write my own ticket. I'm like, that's not how that works, my guy. You don't have that same fucking power that you did when you were at your fucking peak.
Yeah. No, there's a whole thing with like, I don't know. There's a whole thing with like him trying to take over DC, like making Black Adam DC. No. Like no, and you wouldn't even want to fight Shazam in your movie. You didn't even want to do Shazam 2. What the hell's the point?
Yeah, you don't get to. That's where I can come back into the conversation. Oh wait, I know that one.
What's its opening?
It's stupid. Like, I used to really like The Rock. Like, they built him in the movies as this really likable person, but then when you start shitting on like the base of a character, like, don't play a villain if you're not okay with being defeated.
And then when you write into your contract you can't lose a fight, That takes
Yeah.
all climax out of any production you're in because you know you're obviously we know in most stories the hero is going to win. That's fine. We understand. But when you look at Vin Diesel and you look at The Rock and you know that they can't lose a fight contractually speaking, that takes any energy and hype away from you as a character. Because you're not allowing yourself to lose and develop. You're like, oh, I'm only a winner. That's fucking boring. Nobody wants to see people win
like a big
constantly.
baby anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's part of what made what was it the first not Endgame Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War is so good because Thanos won that for all intents and purposes. And I remember leaving and I was just gutted, and everybody was gutted.
Yeah,
like at the end of that movie, and we have to wait a year for that to finish.
Yep.
Like that's what made that so good. That's what made Endgame look like. That's kind of like how the Cody thing goes. And like,
oh, agreed.
He lost last year. We got to wait another year for this, and just like that whole thing. Like you see people coming out of that theater. Like I was there, and I was just like, dude, what the hell just happened?
Correct.
Like they killed off like
intrigue, and like it took such great vision to know that we can take this like down moment, and then now they have like all the rest of the content in the MCU after that comes back to that moment, and it is so much more like palpable and meaningful.
Because now we're at the point where if Deadpool flops, the MCU is over.
It can't flop though. It really can't.
So
it's got to be like one of the best
Kevin
movies
Feige
I will
has
ever
stated
see.
that Deadpool and Wolverine is in like the top three things of most impactful into the MCU is Endgame, Infinity War, Deadpool, and Wolverine.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. I'm fucking here for it. I've been so hyped about this movie ever since the first trailer dropped.
I was genuinely concerned that Disney was going to tell Ryan Reynolds to fuck off. And he's like, you can't be you. And then we saw the popcorn bucket of us fisting Wolverine's mouth. I was like, okay, so they really told Ryan Reynolds to do whatever the fuck he pleases.
That and the Xbox controllers with
the cheeked up.
I
think somebody said somebody posted, I think it was IGN, they posted the Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman opening their controllers because there's a Wolverine variant now too, and they're just looking at the thing. Ryan Reynolds is licking it and everything. I'm just like, oh, dude, what the hell?
See,
I don't think
now
that's
just
safe for the internet.
So The Rock we know plays himself, but The Rock does in a way that's hated. Ryan Reynolds we all know plays himself, but is still that lovable guy.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he did Green Lantern. You know what he does about it? Laughs at himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got humility. He can take an L on the chin. And he just does such a good job. There's like not ego in it. That's what it is. Like you can smell ego from a mile away.
Like, you know, when Ryan Reynolds comes out and says he has a problem with you, you're a problem. Because apparently the movie that he and The Rock did together, he said The Rock was insufferable to work with. Like Rock wouldn't show up on days he was supposed to shoot, or he'd come like 12 hours late because he just think he runs the fucking show. I'm like, fucking kick rocks.
Good one. But it's still the job. Like I hate these people that get so big britches. They think that they don't now have to do their job that got them to where they're at now.
Well, that was the other thing too, because I heard at Mania again, Rock was supposed to do like a thing at the fan access thing where he's like supposed to like, I don't know, do a meet and greet or something like that, or like just meet up with fans or whatever. He's out there 2 hours late. And there were people on their phones, like in the parking lot. They see him in the parking lot during that 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just in his car doing whatever. I don't want to assume that he's not doing anything, you know, but he's probably handling business with like whatever on the line with like some whatever Hollywood thing or whatever, doing something out there. But still, it's like you have this time allotted for, you know, what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
it just looks bad if you're like two hours late. I can understand if you're a half an hour late.
Yeah,
That's
Sure.
like that's one thing. But like 2
But
hours.
there comes a point where it's legit just negligence.
Yeah.
It's rude. And who was it? The voice of Wacko from Animaniacs, Rob.
Olsen.
Yes. Were you there at C2E2 when he was there?
I don't think so.
But I went to their panel, and he got up on that stage, and he said, like, first of all, any celebrity that like doesn't give you the time of day or doesn't show up for things that to do with the fans, he grabs a mic, says, "Fuck them." Wacko said, "Fuck them." He's like, the
In
only
the
reason that we're here, yeah, on the big stage. And he said the only reason that any of us are here is because of you. Like if you don't like something, we get nothing from it. There's no money in it. Like the only reason that we have any. No, I think they get paid to be there, but he's saying that the reason they have a space.
There's a little balance there. Like because
right.
Yeah,
you don't give up everything because you owe these people. But there's so many celebrities that walk around with that like I am better than you, but like no, you're better than me because we allow you to be. We put you in this position to walk amongst the clouds. Motherfucker, we can pull the pedestal real fucking quick.
We'll cancel you.
Yeah. That's the thing. You don't even have to cancel them. Just fucking stop supporting them. Look at fucking Amber Heard now. I know she's a very extreme case of that circumstance, but she will never have a career again. Like all of that shit went down with Johnny Depp, and then she tried falling back on her looks to survive. I'm like, no, honey, that's not how that goes.
Or even The Rock right now, where his movies are like, it's the same guy every time, and people are kind of getting tired of like
I see this one more time. Like all your characters
the same color shirt on him, because I think I saw a meme of like him in like the Rock in like this kind of color shirt, like in the jungle or something, like a forest background, and he's got this look on him, and he's like, these are 4 different movies, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think Ice Cube's the perfect example of walking that line of being for the people and then still maintaining his distance as a celebrity. Like, so you got Ice Cube, who went from the streets to being a household name in movies and comedy and everything of the likes, and has that very, very fine line of, yes, I am approachable if I allow you to be, but also if I need my distance, you're going to give me that space. As compared to people like Eminem, you don't fucking approach Eminem, but that's out of a respect, like, we're just not going to fuck with you, which I think is the funniest thing. If you look at Eminem and you look at Ice Cube, and you have to say that Ice Cube is the more approachable individual of these two people.
Ice Cube has that perpetual face
Ice Cube's got that mean mug, like you will not and Ice which I think is just the funniest thing in the world. Like you look at these two people, Ice Cube's gonna be like, hey, can I have a hug? And Ice Cube, of those two people, is gonna be the one to give you a hug.
Yeah. He'll go from to oh sure, yeah, come on
exactly. And so when you have people like Ice Cube as in comparison to The Rock, who've been in the industry equal amount of time, their careers and identities are so vastly different because Ice Cube actually has a range. The Rock started off incredibly strong, giving us, and he's like, no, I'm a hero now. I'm in control of everything, and that's the only thing he's capable of doing. You don't rebound from that.
Well, yeah, I think The Rock wants to protect like the brand of The Rock, where it's like, dude, just be you. Like everybody.
Even Kevin Hart does a better job at it than fucking The Rock does.
Yeah. Oh man, like. What was it? 3 years, like earlier this year, he said, "Oh, this is my first time eating In-N-Out." I'm like, no, you posted this video
like 6 times, my guy.
You already posted this 6 times. What do you mean your first time?
Oh, he's so bad at trying to act like he's a person. Like, motherfucker, you don't know how to be us anymore. You have not had a struggle since fucking 92. Like, it's okay. You've made it, and that's great for you. Good fucking job. You're not
When the
one of
last
us
thing he had
anymore.
hair.
Yeah, when he had a hair.
But fucking turtleneck and the chain.
But you said it right. If you can't be an authentic human in life, then you definitely can't be one on the screen.
Yep.
And it just always you can smell it from a mile away. Well, DSB, is there anything that you want to leave the people with? Anywhere that they can find your content?
No, I'm gonna probably stream a little bit probably this week or this weekend. I don't even know what I'm gonna be doing on stream. Like
Sames.
Yeah, I have a bunch of games. I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to play. It's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to play. Or sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm too tired today. I don't even want to be
felt.
It's real.
Taking care of yourself is step one, though.
Yeah. You might think I had to tell Caitlin this earlier this week.
Hi, mommy. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
she needs to go back to mummy roots minus the frightful CGI. But I told Caitlin, because she was having some back problems earlier, and she felt like she wasn't getting anything done. And I said, self-care, it might not feel productive, but it is. You are doing something. So if you need to take a night off, DSB, you have our blessing.
See, that's a thing. We'll see.
Well, thanks for always supporting us.
Am I getting paid for this too?
Yeah. We have your address. Yeah. I just wrote it down.
We'll send you a check. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's in the mail, right? We cleared and everything.
We'll cut you a quarter. We'll cut you a quarter of the amount that we made on tonight's stream.
I really thought Bozer was going to set up to just kicking you out. I thought that was the setup there.
I was going to, and it felt just a little rude. I'm not sure the joke would land.
DSB is one of the only person we could just kick him out of the call in the midst of that joke, and he's not taking it personal.
I was waiting for it. I'm just like, okay, that's my cue. I'm out.
Well, thanks for geeking out with us all the time, DSB.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Love you, bub.
Talk to you in the chat. No, I really should have. I should have done that.
It would have been a good bit. And again, perfect person to do that bit with.
Whatever. I'm bad at my job.
Correct. I mean, there's room for improvement.
Always. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Facts.
And I think I'm dying.
We're dying.
Okay, so then how do you balance that combat scenario that you're talking about from a DM's point of view?
You play until they stop having fun. Once you see the ideas wind down, once you see them like, I'm not sure, or once you're like, oh, fuck, this is ridiculous, that's when you take the step back.
But you have that same right as the DM to like just create.
Right, but my point is, it's all about the fluidity of keeping people engaged.
Okay, well maybe we'll do a test run of it in Fate Core.
Maybe. But yeah, I do need to look into what system would possibly work for this. But I'm also not going to devote a bunch of time if campaign doesn't get picked up and we don't have people for it. Because writing campaigns that sit on a shelf fucking sucks.
Especially you put like your heart and soul into the campaign.
I still got to figure out what my fate tattoo is going to be.
I want one.
It was originally going to be the map of everything interacting, and
we need a map first.
Not no more. No. The string map of how everything intertwines was my original idea for our Cloudscape map.
That'd be really cool, though. Why not?
Have you seen it lately?
No.
Let me send it to you real quick, and you can throw it up so you can see.
Wouldn't Octaris be really cool, like on, like the one that Austin drew?
That would be a good one.
Like down a forearm. You don't have any forearms left.
No, this is all going to be thigh.
Next to
yes,
your
snipping tool.
What were
new?
What was that first campaign called? What did you call it?
Come.
Kingdom Come. Thank you.
I don't remember shit about that fucking campaign. I just sent it to you on Discord.
Oh, that just looks like a constellation at this point.
Exactly. Imagine getting that fucking tattooed.
Could be dope. Is this gonna focus?
Probably not.
I could just show it on screen.
That's what I thought you were gonna do, and then you pulled out your phone. I was like, I'll let him do his thing as he continues to try.
We'll try. It's the lights that it's reflecting against, focusing on. Yeah, you couldn't even make those lines.
Kit goggles is a good one, Britt.
Just get them tattooed to your actual face.
To my butthole.
Yeah.
I recognize that Bozer was referring to goggles. In my brain, we were still talking about the dots and the lines. I want to make that very clear. I did not say I was going to put Kit's goggles on my butthole. I just want to be very clear about that.
I'm pretty sure the clip says differently.
Caught myself in real time.
So if anybody doesn't know, T always makes these like matrices of how everything's connected in our campaigns. Oh, there it is. And this is what Cloudscape looks like right now. No, yep. Just easy.
You know, just a little something.
I want to zoom in. Make it bigger. Open in browser. Okay. Oh, not that one. I'm really good at my job.
Yeah, he is.
Jobs pay though, so.
Gang, gang.
Is it sharing? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, that sucker's huge.
And that's not even everything. If I zoom out a step further to get all the dots, then all the words go away.
Your dot is the biggest dot. Why is that?
Because it's easier to take notes of myself when I have more information that I can just actively input as compared to everybody else.
Why isn't the Attack on Faust Institute bigger? It feels like that should have more.
Because if you follow the lines, it follows the notes, but I don't have like in-depth details about the Attack on Faust for it to intertwine. I need to go back through and update a lot of these because a lot of these smaller dots are only have a couple lines to them. It's because they're only referenced one time in a note, or I don't have the actual like connection points to bring them all together.
I need to use this to update my notes because I forgot about some of these things. Like Don Cuchulanemus. I forgot we expanded his name. And what was another name I just saw? I'm like, oh, I forgot about him.
I'm still mad about Molly.
The Hammered Glass. Yeah, that was real.
I also want to point out Cloud Ribian got referenced one time.
Cloud Ribian?
Yep.
What is that?
That's why it's off to the side. Left-hand side. Middle.
What is Cloud Ribian?
We were talking about the Caribbean, but it being cloud-based. Cloud
Ribian. Yeah. Is Cloud Ska in here?
I don't know if I have Cloud Ska in there, unfortunately.
You should have seen me. I took way too much time in my brief stint of trying to add a lot of cool sound effects, but for the music for that scene when they said Cloud Ska, I searched high and low for anything that was like EDM meets cloud or ska, and I can't find it.
We're just gonna have to make it ourselves. That's our next adventure. It'll be EDM.
I started to, honestly. I was like, okay, maybe I can like mix it in, or maybe I'll just add a thump underneath. But I was starting to spend like hours on a bit, and I'm like, this is not the best use of my time at this point.
Yeah. Me every time I edit out every silent and they
not worth that.
No. As much as I want to, that's a fucking commitment.
You need an editor for that. Like a full-time.
We need money for that.
Like a full-time money.
We'll pay them in exposure.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're gonna say your name. How's that working for Minstrel? Go get your Minstrel. It's a great handcrafted dice trays
I
and dice
laugh because
boxes.
we're shit about it. It generally is quality product.
It is quality. Poland base, locally sourced materials right there in Poland. It'll take a while to get to you because it takes a while to be made. Like all good things are worth the wait. So go get your own. You can use Command Minstrel. Take care of your dice because they're not just dice. They're your dice. Or like yours, because when you take care of your dice, they'll take care of you.
There it is.
That's better. That's better.
I still had a good commercial for that one.
We can still shoot it.
We could.
We'll add it to the list.
Technically, we still owe him.
Yeah. No, we'll talk about it. We'll shoot that right after all of the side quest NPCs from C2E2. So real soon.
We'll shoot more of next month, probably.
I think do we do a spin on it?
I've been trying to think of one for it, to be honest. I think I want to come up with more Ren Fair fitting attire, but I don't know what that would be.
I mean, you can just go
especially
to Bristol.
to get it within a month. So, I'm talking about the one in Elkhart next month.
Oh yeah, that will be unless we go to Bristol before, and then you grab everything you need because they have it.
Yeah, but the issue is that's really far out of the way.
It is,
and probably going to be more expensive than me paying into fucking Bezos.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's actually just like Minstrel.
Yeah, I'm a broke bitch, so
it's pricey.
I'm still paying off computer parts.
Oh, geez. Also pricey. You know what's not pricey? Nothing.
Following us on all socials.
Yes, it's free unless you want to donate or subscribe.
Appreciate guys, all of you.
I think we're going to wrap up this mini Geek Out Sesh. Thanks to John and DSB for hopping in. We'll do these more in the future if you enjoy them. And maybe next time you'll work up the courage to click that link and let us talk at you for 5 minutes and just geek out with you. Because that's what 4 Geeks by Geeks is all about. Having a safe place to just geek out about whatever you're excited about right now. And there's a lot to be excited about. We shit on the world, but there are little beautiful bits in the world.
Like shitting on the rock.
That we can enjoy, like D&D and video games. And
except
just
fuck Wizards of the Coast.
We're trying to end on a happy note. Like indie TTRPGs, like Saga.
Follow us on OnlyFans.
And WASDEC. Hi, Umbrin. Welcome in. Just as we're closing, you keep doing this. I swear you do it on purpose. Subscribe to FGBG Plus Extra Premium, or they'll call you broke boy.
Yes. We're into kink shaming.
Absolutely. I will yuck your yum. But please come back. T might be streaming Wednesday. Depends how his mouth feels.
Unsure. That and it's my last week with my youngest, so
sure,
maybe.
Sure.
We'll see.
Look at him, family man, putting family
We'll
first.
see what Wednesday looks like.
And then there's going to be a new episode of Cloudscape out this Saturday. Finally, we're getting back to making new episodes. We've got some in the tank now, so I feel better about launching out. So hopefully we can stay a little consistent. But like I shared at the top of the last episode, 30, that we launched, I started off with an apology. I don't know if you saw it, T. I didn't tell anybody that I was doing it, but I just felt like it needed to be done. Just letting you know.
I can't watch our show until it concludes.
Okay, so you can binge it all in one.
No, because I'll pick up on things that haven't been concluded and I'll hyperfixate on concluding them.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't do it until the show has concluded. And then I'll just hate us for not finishing all storylines.
That's why I'm going to X out of that web right now, so that I don't start to do the same. Next episode, every character I've forgotten about is just going to randomly show up.
It's all right. We still have another 30 episodes of Cloudscape to go, so.
That's right. We're in it for as long as we're in it.
Exactly.
And, by the way, if you're liking T's shirt or mine that I'm hiding this entire episode, you can go find it on our new merch store on Foursquare.
Do we have a new link?
Yeah. I even updated it.
Oh, okay. I
It's
genuinely
work.
wasn't sure. I still need to
And
order
it
this
works.
merch so I can like it or not.
Yeah, you can get T-shirts.
I still
you
can't
can
get over
get
how fucking cheap this is.
this. We made it cheap so that there's no price wall. So that there's one thing in this planet that's doesn't cost an arm and a leg. This is cool. I really like this actually. I want to play some cards or something because it's too big for my.
See,
my
I
desk
was
rack.
wondering if it could be used as a playmat because if it can, I'll use
That's
one as a magic playmat.
Absolutely can. It's got a rubber bottom, so it's non-slip. And then
I might
a really
fuck
nice-
around and make that my card playmat then.
Yeah, I would love to. And I just think it looks so clean against the white.
Yeah, I need to order merch.
And the beanies are cool. They can get that in white and
See, those I'm unsure about. I don't like how short the logo is compared to the rest of the hat.
I made it as big as it would let me. It had a very
I like
small-
the tight beanies. I don't like the super long beanies. It's not my style.
well, it's tight on my head, and I have a small head.
Okay, maybe I will like it then. I'll probably order one of those too.
Bozer, your mustache looks thicker since I saw you last, which is probably before my birthday on the 3rd. Yeah, I'm kind of starting this thing where I'm letting this be thicker than this. Just to kind of have a
Definitely thicker
mustache,
than his
but not,
eyebrows.
because they all migrated.
They just fell and got caught on the upper lip. That's what
Mhm.
it was.
Yep. But guys, thank you so much. Thanks for geeking out with us as always. We appreciate all the support that you've given us over the years. We wouldn't be famous like we are without you. There's no Dwayne the Rock Johnson's here.
Yeah.
Until next time, I'm Bozer.
I'm T.
And you just keep geeking out.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.